Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. We may see a bit of a crisis at the United States Mint if a certain agency doesn't get its act together. We're going to talk about that in this video and so much more. So let's explore. What you're looking at here, at least on the obverse side, is one of my favorite coin designs from the United States Mint Commemorative Coin Program, and that has been going on almost uninterrupted since 1982. But if Congress doesn't get their act together, it will be interrupted once again in 2023. That's right. This is an article that comes to us from Coin World that talks about this. 2023 commemoratives languish in Congress, and time is running out. The clock is ticking on legislation that has been introduced for commemorative coin programs for next year. And as we read this from Coin World, with midterm elections leading to a lame duck Congress, the likelihood of getting a plan out of committee may be slim. If no commemorative coin programs are approved for 2023, it will be the first time since 1985 that no U.S. commemorative coins will be minted or sold. That is pretty groundbreaking indeed. In fact, in 1983, there were also no new programs created because the 1983 silver dollar that was released was in relation to the 1984 Olympics. That was kind of an odd year, but nonetheless, the modern commemorative coin program began in 1982. In fact, let's take a look here. This is from the U.S. Mint's website, and I did find another white paper on the commemorative coin programs from 2022, but it was so much information, just too much to kind of share there. Probably would bore most of you, as most of you are not that interested in the commemorative coin programs from the United States Mint. But there's been some pretty interesting pieces that have been released that have certainly broke through barriers, and I've witnessed it on this channel because I've been posting videos of my commemorative coin purchases, and the baseball coins were a very big hit. So were the Apollo coins and some other pieces as well. But I've been collecting these for quite some time, and I'm going to post a link to the end screen of this video, my 2022 complete modern coin commemorative collection. I hope you will check that video out. Did not get very many views, but it is a massive collection. And also announced that I have stopped collecting these coins for the most part. Any coins I get now from this program will be, or programs, will just be ones that I find interesting. But most of those are horrible designs anyway, and even some of the events commemorative I had no interest in. But Congress authorizes commemorative coins that celebrate and honor American people, places, events, and institutions. Although these coins are legal tender, they are not minted for general circulation. Each commemorative coin is produced by the United States Mint in limited quantity and is only available for a limited time. As well as commemorating important aspects of American history and culture, these coins help raise money for important causes. Part of the price of these coins is surcharges that goes to organizations and projects that benefit the community. For example, surcharges on U.S. Capitol visitor commemorative coins helped build a new visitor center under the U.S. Capitol's East Plaza. The commemorative coin program began in 1982. The United States Mint has raised more than $506,301,189 in surcharges to help build new museums, maintain national monuments like the Vietnam War Memorial, preserve historical sites like the George Washington's home, support various Olympic programs, and much more. And this is also a list of all of the programs that the United States Mint has come out with since 1982. And you can see here that in 1982, the first one was one of two of the only half dollars that were minted in silver, starting with the George Washington. There was an earlier program The classic or early U.S. commemorative coins mostly comprised of half dollars that were minted in numerous years, but there were also a select few gold coins and silver dollars, and as well as quarters that were produced during that time frame as well. But you can see here that in 1983, as part of the '84 Olympics, there was a dollar discus thrower dollar coin that was minted. That was kind of the one odd year, but nothing for 1985. And I'm not sure exactly what the cause was, but it may be just a lack of legislation getting through. All the other years, they created for some many different coins at any given year until 1997. After the 96 Olympics, there were so many coins produced in 95 and 96 for the Olympics that they decided to put the brakes on those. So no more than 2 programs per year. But they have since kind of gone off the beaten path with other coins that were minted that weren't part of the actual commemorative coin programs. It became a gray area for many of us. And some of the extras that were created as well too were just, it was a little too much, and so I didn't want to keep up with all that, so I stopped. 40 years of these, and the basic form is all I have. I have some outliers, but not much. But nonetheless, back to what's on the table now here, we've got what's happening. We've got, if no commemorative coin programs are approved for 2023, it'll be the first time since 1985 that no U.S. commemorative coins will be minted or sold. The modern commemorative coin program began in '82. The interruption will be temporary, though. A pair of bills have been passed and signed into law to provide for commemoratives in 2024. The Harriet Tubman Bicentennial Commemorative Coin Act and the Greatest Generation Commemorative Coin Act were signed into law by President Biden in August 3rd of 2023. So a lot of these programs, they're very political for some of them, whether it be military, some of them, honor the same types of themes that you've seen in previous programs. So it all depends on the mood of Congress. And because Congress is involved, of course, it's going to be political, no matter what the theme. So what's on the table? One measure has been put forth in the House of Representatives with an identical related bill proposed in the Senate 10 days later. The remaining proposals were offered only in the House of Representatives without Senate action. Unless otherwise noted, House measures were sent to the House Committee on Financial Service. The lone Senate bill was sent to the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee. So this is what could come next year if Congress acts. The National Women's Hall of Fame Commemorative Coin Act of 2021. And this thing here, measure calls for the program to benefit the National Women's Hall of Fame in Seneca Falls, New York. And in addition to it was offered by Kristen Gillibrand of New York. The measure was offered without co-sponsor support. In addition to the gold $5 half eagle, silver dollar, and copper nickel clad half dollar commonly seen in commemorative programs, this measure called for an additional creation of approved 5-ounce silver dollars. And that's another way that it's kind of expanded beyond. It's a money grab, essentially. Now, it's for this organization, if you believe in the Women's Hall of Fame in Seneca Falls. But a lot of these programs don't do very well, and they have low mintages or don't meet enough of the mintage to actually really have much benefit, or any benefit, I think, from what I understand. If they don't sell a certain amount, none of the money goes towards it because it's all going for production. So we'll see. But anyways, approved 5-ounce silver dollars. We saw that in 2019 for the first time with a curved 5-ounce silver coin for the Apollo program. Next is the Sultana Steamboat Disaster Commemorative Coin Act of 2021. Representative Eric Crawford of Mississippi offered a bill to memorialize the worst maritime disaster in U.S. history, the 1865 explosion and fire aboard the overcrowded steamboat Sultana. In the 2 months following its introduction, the bill gained 5 co-sponsors. Then the Working Dog Commemorative Coin Act, from its introduction, September the 10th of last year, has picked up the support of 110 co-sponsors over the period of a year. The measure, introduced by Patrick McHenry, is unique among the commemorative coin proposals in that it has been directed in two places within the legislative chain. The measure was referred to the Committee of Financial Services, and in addition to its committee for the budget for a period of subsequently determined by the Speaker. In each case, the consideration of such provisions fall within the jurisdiction of the committee concerned. That's a lot to digest or comprehend. I have no clue what that means. The Working Dog Commemorative Coin Act called for surcharges from the sales to be directed at America's vet dogs to support dog care and service dog training. JM Unleashed might be interested in that. Dog instructor training and expenses for service dog clients. Then you have the Port Lawrence Dunbar Commemorative Coin Act. And that's something Paul Lawrence Dunbar, influential African-American poet and namesake of a District of Columbia high school, that would benefit the surcharges of the sales of the coins. Then the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln Memorial Coin Act, the first of two measures introduced in the calendar year 2022, called for the issuance of silver dollars, was offered and by Darren LaHood. The measure has gained support of 20 co-sponsors, though a bill is designed to honor the 2022 centennial of the Lincoln Memorial. The coins would not be issued until 2023. Kind of defeats the purpose. And we've seen that several times in the past with certain coins that were minted the year after or several years after the commemoration, which to me kind of defeats the purpose and is kind of pointless. And it would be silver dollars. Then the Granite Mountain Hotshots Commemorative Coin Act, controversial measured, has two sponsors. Measure would result in 120 different issues, and I talked about that before. This is insane. 120 different issues with 20 distinct designs to honor the 19 firefighters who perished and one surviving member of the crew battling the Yarnell Hill fire in Arizona. To become law, both houses of Congress must pass a piece of legislation, and the president must sign a bill. Through legislation, the legislation can become a law without a presidential signature, which is very rare. It will require 2/3 majority in Congress. But this one I have talked about before, the Granite Mountain Hotshots. It's just too much, too many coins. It's insane in the membrane, but nonetheless, doesn't look like many of these have. There's several that may do okay and may be able to get passed, especially the Working Dog Commemorative. Looks like it's got 110 co-sponsors, but we'll see. Uphill battles for all, and we'll see where it goes, but we may see a crisis because people will be wondering, where's the coins for 2023? So far, the product schedule has been released, and there's nothing there for commemorative coins. I think there's 80 products listed. So, but nonetheless, we may not have any next year. It'll be very interesting. I picked a good time to stop collecting commemorative coins. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.